This conference will now be recorded.
Right. The present population of a city is 12,000. The population is increased by 10% in the first year and it is decreased by 20% in the next year, and third year 15% of the population people is increased. Then what will be the population after 3 years? Right? Percentage increase and decrease. So I have already explained you how to find percentage increase and decrease. Now initial value, the population of the city is 12,000. In the beginning it is 12,000. Right? So first year it increases by 10%. So if you increase 10% on 12,000, so 10% of 12,000 is 1,200. So 12,000 increased by 1,200 will be 13,200. Right now next year it decreases by 20%. So decreases by 20% means 20% decrease on this 13,200. Can you tell me what is 20% of 13,200? 20% of 13,200. Yes. What is 20% of 13,200? 2,640. See, 20% means you just take 10% and double of that. So 10% of 13,200 is 1,320. Double of this. If you take double of this, then it will be 20%, right? So 20% will be 1,322 times. So 1,322 times will be 2,640. Means here the decrease is 2,640. Right? So 1,200 increased. Now 2,640 decrease on this. From 13,200, if you reduce 2,640, what will be the final value? What is 13,200 minus 2,640? 12,560. Now, in the third year, 15% of the people increased. So 15% is the increase in the third year. Now, what is 15% of this value? 12,560. How to calculate 15%? First, you take 10%. 10% of 12,560 is 1,256. And 5% will be half of this. 1,256 half. 1,256 half is 628. 628. Now 10% plus 5% together is 15%. So 1,256 plus 628 is 1,884. Now this is increase. So total 12,560 increased by 1,884. What will be the total now? This is plus, this is minus, and this is plus. What will be the total? If you increase 12,560 by 1,884. No, this should be increase. 144 14,444. Okay. The question is, what will be the population after 3 years? The answer should be 14,444. But in the answer options, we don't have this. Okay, I think here we made the mistake. 13,200 minus 2,640 cannot be 12,560. Right, 13,000 minus 2,000 itself is okay. It should be 10,560. On this 15% increase, 10% should be 1,056. Half of that is 528. This should be 1,570. 84. 1,584. 1,500. Now 10,560 plus 1,584 Is it 12,144? Yes, that is answer option C. Clear, right? Okay, so this is one way we can do it. Like individually, we can take the value, we can make the increase, decrease, whatever is required. Instead of that, we can work on percentage directly. That means after increasing this percent, decreasing by 20% and again increasing by 50%, what is the overall percentage change? Uh, okay, overall percentage change means we can take it like this. Let's say my initial value is 100. Percentage means you should consider the base as 100. If the base is 100, first we are increasing it by how much? 10%. If 100 increased by 10%, it will become 110%. Now on 110, we have to decrease 20%. So what is 20% decrease on 110? 110 minus 20. Don't directly take it as 110 minus 20. On 110, 20% decrease. What is 20% of 110? 20% of 110. 22. Now the decrease should be 22 out of 110. 110 minus 22 is 88. Right? Now on this 88, increase 50%. What is 15% of 88? 10% of 88 is 8.8 and 5% is half of that, 4.4. Together it is 13.2. So increase by 13.2. 88 plus 13.2 is 101.2. Correct? See, now my initial number was 100 and now it has become 101.2. Then what is the overall percentage increase here? 100 euro value, after these many increases and decreases, it has come to 101.2. Now, what is the overall increase or decrease? Are you getting my question? My question is 100 has become 101.2. That means there is an increase or decrease. 1.2% increase. Correct? Increase by 1.2%. And overall, instead of doing all these things individually, total increment of 1.2% can be calculated. Now 12,000 is my initial value. Now find 1.2% of 12,000. What is 1% of 12,000? 1% of 12,000. Okay, what is 10% of 12,000? Can you tell me 10% of 12,000? 10% of 12,000. 10 percentage of 12,000 is 1,200. 1% will be 1/10 of 1,200, that is 120. Right? 1% is 120. Then what is 0.1%? 1% is 120. Then 0.1% will be only 12. But how much I require? I need 1.2%. Now here I got 1% and 0.1%, but if you add madre, I get only 1.1%. But I want 1.2%, means I have to take another 0.1%, one more 12. So together it is 120 plus 12 plus 12, 144. Means overall increase is 144 on 12,000. So 12,000 increased by 144 will be 12,144. That is answer option C. We take this. The salary of A is 80% more than the B salary. Means we have to start with B salary. Salary of A is 80% more than B, while the salary of C is 25% less than the total salary of A and B together. Then find the salary of C if B's salary is 45. B's salary is given. Right? So let's take B's salary is 45,000. Now this point says the salary of A is 80% more than B's salary. 80% more than B's salary. How to find 80%? Instead of finding 80%, you just take 20% and subtract it. 45,000 is my value. What is 20% of 45,000? 20% of 45,000. 9,000. If I subtract 20%, then remaining value will be 80%. Right? From the total value, if I subtract 20%, then the remaining value should be 80%. Right? So 80% should be 36,000. Here, right? So we can say A salary is how much now? A salary is 36,000. Is that correct? Can I take A salary as 36,000? Yes or no?
Sir, no, sir.
Yes. A salary is not 80%. A salary is 80% more. Andre 45,000 ಗೆ 36,000 ಇನ್ನೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ 45,000 ಗಿಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ A salary is 45,000 plus this 36,000. Right? So together it is how much? 81,000. 81,000 is A salary. Right now, next point is find C salary. C is 25% less than total salary of A and B. The C salary is 25% less. 25% less andre remaining should be only 75%. 75% of A plus B salary. 75% that is 25% less compared to A plus B. What is 25% of okay, how to find 75%? To find 75%, we can take 25% and subtract it. Right? So we have the total value of A plus B. Together A plus B is how much? 45 plus 81, 120, 1,26,000. Right? So what is 25%? 25% means 1/4. But I want how much? 75%. So either 25 percentages, you can find like this for 3 times. 4 1 time is 4, 4 5 times, and 2 zeros. 1,26,000 will be 31,500. So this is my 25% value. One way now from the total we can subtract this 31,500. Okay. From the total we can subtract this 31,500 or 25% into 3 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗೋದು 75% ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವುದು ಈಜಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು 100% minus 25% ಮಾಡಬಹುದು because I know the value of 25%. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ 25% ಗೆ into 3 ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಎರಡು ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗೋ ಫೈನಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 75% ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Correct? So ಬಂದು subtraction ಮಾಡೋದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ 1,26,000 minus 31,500. This will be how much? 94,500 if I'm not wrong. 94,500. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 25% ಗೆ ನಾವು into 3 ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ 31,500 ಗೆ into 3 ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ 30,000 into 3 is 90,000. 1,500 into 3 is 4,500. 94,500. In both the cases, you will get the same answer, 95,000, 94,500. Done? points. When it comes to numerator, denominator, increase, decrease questions, usually they increase or decrease the numerator and denominator by some percentage, and they give the change in changed fraction. You need to find the original. Now here numerator of a fraction is increased by 130% and the denominator increased by 150%. Then the result becomes 1 by 2. That means after increasing by 130% and 150%, it will become 1 by 2. Then what was the original fraction? You assume that original fraction is x by y. Here x is my numerator and y is my denominator. Now x is increased by 130%. So here I need to multiply how much? X into 130%. X increased by 130%. So should I write 130%? Correct, Vijay? Okay, let's say I have a number x. Now, if I increase this x, if I increase it by 20%, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನಂಬರ್ ಇದೆ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ, ಈಗ ಆ ನಂಬರ್ಗೆ ನಾನು 20% ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? If that number which I have is increased by 20%, then it will become how much percent? X plus 20%, right? X plus 20%. ಈಗ ನಾನು x ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ x is how much percent of x? X ಇದೆ already now. X is how much percent of x? X is 100% of x. X ಇದೆ, x is my total value. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಇರೋ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ that is 100%. ಈ 100% ಗೆ ನಾನು 20% ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ that will become 120% of x. Clear ಇದೆನಾ? x ನಾನು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಿದ ನನಗೆ into 100 ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ, 100%. So x into 100% plus 20%. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? 20% of x plus 100% of x together 120% ಆಯ್ತು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ನಂಬರ್ ನೀವು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ 100% ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ 20% ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, 120 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಈಗ ನಾನು 30% ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದ ನ್ಯೂ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ? ನ್ಯೂ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇರಬೇಕು? 30% ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? ಈಗ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಇರೋದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದು 100%. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು 20% ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ 120%. ಈಗ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ನಂಬರ್ ನೀವು 30% ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? $30% increase ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ that will become 130%. It was 100% plus 30%. If you increase it by 100%, ಅವಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅದು? $200% ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಇರೋದು 100 ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಈಗ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು 100. ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ ಈಗ 130% ನಾವು ಇನ್ನು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇರೋದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ 130% ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅದು? 230%. This should be 230. Correct? Divided by denominator increase by 150%. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾವು? 250. ಇವೆರಡು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, that will be 1/2. So x by y is what we are finding. This is my original fraction. I am finding this. So x by y is equal to 1 by 2 into 250 by 230. 0, 0, I can cancel. 25 by 46. 25 by 46, answer option A. Right? So you should be very careful. If you are increasing any number by some percentage, then you have to take it as 100% plus whatever the percentage you are increasing. If you are increasing it by 30, you should take it 130. If you are increasing it by 130, then it is 100 plus 130. Together 230. Yeah. 230%. Now, if you do it like this, you 130, 150 ತಗೊಂಡು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 130, 150 ಎನಿವೇ ಬಂದಿರೋ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಮೇಜರ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕೇಸಸ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. If I take it as 1 by 2 into 15 by 13, now it is 15 by 26. ಯೂಶಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನಮಗ್ ಬಂದಿರೋ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಡಬಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನಮಗ್ ಬಂದಿರೋ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ or we skip the question. But if we see that answer option, then directly we will mark that. Okay, so that is the reason it's very important to be careful. Try this. No answers? Okay. The numerator of a fraction is increased by 150% and the denominator increased by 350%. So assume that the numerator is x, denominator is y. This is my original fraction. Now if the numerator increased by 150%, the present value should always be taken as 100%. On that 100%, we are increasing it by another 150%. 100 plus 150 percentage is 250% divided by, and the denominator is increased by 350. Initially 100% and 350 increase on the total again, it should become 450%. After increasing, that will be equal to 25 by 51. Then what is x by y? X by y is equal to 25 by 51 into, if I take all these values here, percentage 0 0, 5 times 5 9 times, so 5 by 9 and that will become 9 by 5, 5 1 times 5 times, 3 times 3 17 times. So here 5 into 3 15, 5 17, that is answer option B. Any doubt in this? (21 by 130 is one answer. Any other answers? Okay, 21 by 130. Let's take x by y into numerator increase by 30%, that will be 130. Denominator decrease by 25. See, it is not increase, decrease by 25. If any number decreased by 25%, what will be the new number? Mean new percentage? What will be the new percentage if any number decreases by 75%? 25% only. And this equals to 21 by 25. X by y is equal to 21 by 25 into 25 by 130. 25 gets cancelled, so the answer is 21 by 130. Agree with that? Option B, 1 by 5. So x by y is the fraction. If the numerator increased by 35%, then new numerator is 135% divided by denominator decreased by 20%, then new denominator is only 80%. And that is now equal to 27 by 80. So what is x by y? Percentage we can cancel. So 27 by 80 is into 135, 80 by 80 will become 80 by 135. 80 gets cancelled. 25 1 time, 25 5 times, that is 1 by 5. Answer option B. Clear? So in percentages, you can expect one question from like from this concept where percentage, passing percentage, total marks will be asked. So here we have a data. In an examination, it is required to get 40% of the aggregate marks to pass, which means actually it should be 40% of the total marks to pass. A student gets 261 marks and is declared fail by 4%. See, in an examination, total marks in the ಎಷ್ಟು percent ಅಂತ consider ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು? Total marks is equal to how much percent? 100%, right? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಷ್ಟು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ 200 out of 200 ನೀವು ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ your percentage will be 100%. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ total marks is nothing but 100%. And to pass the exam, a student is supposed to score 40%. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 100% ಅಲ್ಲಿ 40% ಆದ್ರೂ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ. Right? Now a student gets 261 marks. One student score ಆಗಿರೋದು 261 marks and is failed by 4%. Pass ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋ marks ಎಷ್ಟಿತ್ತು 40%. But this student is failed by how much? 4%. 40% ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದಿತ್ತು, ಬಟ್ 4% ಇಂದ ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು? How much percentage of the marks he has scored? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? 40% ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 4% ಇಂದ ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಗೊಂಡಿರೋ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು? (36%). 40% ಅಲ್ಲಿ 4% ಶಾರ್ಟೇಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದು 36%. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ 36, ಬಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ವೈಸ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೀಸ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ 261. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ 36% ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 261. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 36% ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 261 ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಈ 36% ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 261 ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಇದ್ರೆ 100% ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು 100 into 261 ಅಂತ ತಗೋಬಹುದು. 100 into 261 divided by 36, cross multiplication, right? So now cancellation ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 425 times 4 9 times 9 1 time 9 29 times. So what is 29 into 25? 4 7s are 28, 1 is remainder 20. 425 is the value of 100%. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಏನಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, what are the maximum aggregate marks a student can get? ಅಂದ್ರೆ one student ಗೆ maximum ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬರಬಹುದು? Maximum marks is nothing but total marks. So total marks should be 725. That is none of these. Illandre after finding this 36%, we can take this way also. That is, we get 36% marks and then 261. And then we can say that 36% of the total marks is equal to 261. Then what is total? Total is equal to 261 into 100 by 36. 4 9s are 425s are 9 1s are 929. So that is 750. ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ವೇ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಮಾಡಿ. ಇದೆಯಾ? In case if the question nimge after finding all this, if the question is how much marks a student should score to pass the exam, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ one student ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಇದೆ. What should be the answer? What are the passing marks? Passing percentage ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 40. Passing marks ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಗ್ಬೋದು? $290. Okay. So passing percentage is 40%, right? So 725 is the total marks. ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ a student has to score 40% of 720. Okay? So 40% of 725 ಅಂದ್ರೆ you can take 10%, 72.5. Double of that 20%, 145. 40% double of that, double of 145, 29. The passing marks. Passing percentage ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ you can do that. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ 40% ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ನೋಡಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಡೇಟಾ. ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ 36% ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 261 ಆದ್ರೆ 40% ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ 100% ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಬರೀ ಪಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ 40% ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. That is 40 into 261 divided by 36. 4 9 times, 4 10 times, 9 1 time, 9 29. 29 into 10, 290. These are the passing marks. Clear here? Okay, let me take like this. In an examination, it is required to get 40%. Passing marks are 40%. A student gets 265 marks and declared failed by 55 marks. Right? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು 265, ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು 55 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 265 ಜೊತೆ ಇನ್ನೂ 55 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ರೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದ ಅಂತ. Right? So these are the passing marks. Right? So 265 plus 55 is how much? 320. Passing marks 320 ಆಯ್ತು. ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 40% ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ರು ಅಥವಾ 320 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. So 40% is nothing but 320. Now the question is, what is maximum aggregate marks? So maximum marks are 100%. If 40% value is 320, 100% will be how much? So we can take it as 100 into 320 divided by 40. 0.041 times 48 times, that equals to 800 marks. Answer to option A. Any doubt in this? Okay. In an examination, Rakesh scored 52% marks and failed by 23 marks. Right. The Rakesh score ಎಷ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, I can consider Rakesh score as passing marks minus 23. Correct? So can I consider Rakesh's score as passing percentage minus 23? Right? And this equals to 52%. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ರಾಕೇಶ್ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು 52%. ಅದು ಯಾವ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ minus 23 ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಇದೆ. Equation wise equation. Second, in the same exam, Radhika scored, right? This is Rakesh, and in the same exam, Radhika scored 64% marks and get 34 marks more than the passing. Andre illi she scored 34 more marks than passing marks. Passing marks plus 34 is equal to 64%. Now the question is, what is the score of Mohan in the same exam who secured 84%? And we are finding the value of 84%. Clear? So now in this equation, I consider P one side. If I take P one side, P is equal to 52% plus 23, or P is equal to 64% minus 34. In both the cases, P is equal. So P is equal means I can consider that 52% of plus 23 is equal to 64% minus 34. Let me take this minus 34 this side, it will be plus 24, 34. 23 plus 34 is 57. Right? So 57 is equal to 64 minus 52%. That is 12%. Correct? So 12% value is 57. Now the question is, what is the value of 84%? Using this, we can find 12% is 57. Then 84% value should be how much? So if you take cross multiplication, 84% into 57 divided by 12%. So 12 one time, 12 7 times. 57 into 7 is 390. Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this? So previous questions ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು percentage ಒಂದು marks part of marks ಇರ್ತಿತ್ತು, but ಇಲ್ಲಿ two students score ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಂದು passed student score who passed and who got more score than the passing marks. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು who failed and got these some marks less than the passing marks. ಈ ಕೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನೋಡಿ, ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ಫೇಲ್ಡ್ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜಸ್ is equal to sum of the marks. Sum of the marks. Difference of the percentage is equal to sum of the marks. So sum of the marks ಯಾವಾಗ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದು passed ಒಂದು failed ಇದಾವೆ. Okay. Difference of the percentages ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ಒಂದು 52%, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 64%. What is the difference of 52 and 64? We can take it as 12%. 12% value is equal to sum of the marks. So 23 marks, 34 marks. So 23 plus 34 is 57. So I can get the equation. 12% equal to 57. In case what is total anta kelidre, you need to find 100%. But the question is, what is 84 anta kelidre? You need to find 84. Clear yella? 84 into 57 divided by 12. Again 12 7 times 7 into 57 is 3. The student got 30% marks and failed by 13. See, one who failed ಇದೆ. Another student got 44% and got and gets 15 more than the passing marks. You can just previously now use ಮಾಡಿರೋ equation use ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, difference of the percentages is equal to sum of the marks. ಇಲ್ಲಿ percentage difference ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ 30% 44%. What is the difference? What is the difference of 30% and 44%? 14%. And don't forget this percentage. This side I'm taking percentage. This side marks. Alien percentage better. Sum of the marks 13 plus 15. 28. So now the question is, what is the maximum marks? Maximum marks in the 100%. If 14% is 28, what is 100%? 100% into 28 divided by 14%. Percent 42 times. So the answer is 2. In a test, passing percentage for boys and girls is 60% and 60%, 25%. And for girls, it is 60%, and for boys, it is 25% to pass the exam. Now, a boy scored 560 marks and failed by 160 marks. Like a score ಮಾಡಿರೋದು 560, but still he failed by 160. And what are the passing marks? 560 marks score ಮಾಡಿ still he failed by 160 marks. ಅಂದ್ರೆ what are the passing marks? ಎಷ್ಟು marks ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದ ಅಂತ ಬಾಯ್. ಫೋರ್ 560 ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ್ಲೇ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನಾವು 400 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ. 720, right? ಅಂದ್ರೆ what is the 720? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಬಾಯ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 25% ಪಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ 720 ಅನ್ನೋ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನಿದೆ that is equal to 25%. If 25% value is 720, 60% value will be how much? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗರ್ಲ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Cross multiplication 60 into 720 divided by 25. Right? So 12 times 5 times. So this side 5 one time, 5 one time is 5, 5 4 times is 20, 5 4 times 140. Right? So it is 144 into 12. 144 into 12 is how much? 144 into 10 is 1440 plus 288. So 1440 plus 288. Yeah, we can also take it like this. 144 is 12 square. So 12 square into 12 is 12 cube. So 12 cube is 17. So what is 1728? 1728 is the passing marks for girls. Now the question is, how many more marks did a girl require to pass in that test if she scored 216? So total required is 1728 ittu. Adralli already she has scored 216. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನು ಎಷ್ಟು ಶಾರ್ಟೇಜ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. ಅದಾಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ 1728 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 216 ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಇನ್ನು ಉಳಿದಿದೆ ಎಷ್ಟು? ಸೊ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ 512. 1512 answer option D. So in an RRB PO test consists of 190 questions. Shubha answered 40% of the first 80 questions. Then what number of the other 110 questions does she need to answer correctly to score 60%? Second is they are not asking percentage, they are asking what number of the other 110 questions. See, total marks irodu 190. ಈ 190 ನಲ್ಲಿ she has to answer 60% of the questions, right? What is 60% of 190? 60% of 190. See, 60% of 190 can be taken as 50 plus 10. 50% plus 10%. What is 50% of 190? Half of 190 is 95. 10% is 19. Sum of these two, 95 plus 19 is 114. Right? So that is 114. Either you can take this or 190 and no number in there. Other thing ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ complicate ಆದರೆ you take it as 200 minus 10. 60% of 200 minus 10. 60% of 200 is 120. 60% of 10 is 6. 120 minus 6 is again 144. Correct? And then now she's required to solve 114 questions. 114 questions solve ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. But out of the first 80 questions, she answered 40%, not 40 questions. 40% of the 80. What is 40% of 80? If is this case, percentage can be cancelled with 2 zeros. 8 4s are 30. And then 114 marks only. 114 questions solve ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ she has already solved 32 questions. ಇನ್ನು ಎಷ್ಟು questions solve ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅವಾಗ 114 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ question. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? 42 so 32 already answer ಮಾಡಿದಾಳೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಎಷ್ಟು questions answer ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ that will become 114 ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ question. So she was okay. So she has to answer another 82 questions so that it will become 114. Answer option D. Any doubt in this? That's right. Practice the questions. Thank you.